yesterday we have seen some of the combined solids. Today we are going to finish the other combined solids, and we are going to see some of the examples on this topic. Let's see the next combined solid is a cylinder is placed on another cylinder. A cylinder is placed on another cylinder whose radiuses are not same. So, radius of the lower cylinder is capital R and radius of the upper cylinder is small r. Radius of the height of the lower cylinder is capital H. Height of the upper cylinder is small h. So, in this case, if they ask you to find the surface area of this solid, how to find the surface area of the solid here? See, surface area means wherever we can see the surface, that surface has to be added. First thing, surface area of resulting solid. Okay. Whatever I can see, I will write it first. I can see the top of the upper cylinder, area of top of upper cylinder plus I can see the curved surface area of upper cylinder, CS of upper cylinder plus, see, as the upper cylinder base is covered by the lower cylinder base, I cannot see the base of the upper cylinder. Then, but if you observe, I can see the sum of the area here. So, what kind of area is it? Is it not an area of ring? Isn't it? It's area of ring. So, I can see the area of ring. So, area of ring plus CSA of lower cylinder, CS of lower cylinder plus, see, at the base there is no other solid, so we can see the base of this cylinder. So, base area of lower cylinder. Now, substitute each and every formula. What is the area of the top of the upper cylinder? What is the radius of it? Smaller. Therefore, pi r square, because as it is a circle. CSA of upper cylinder. We know the CSA formulas of cylinder. 2 pi r h. Next, what is the area of ring? Pi into bigger cylinder radius square minus smaller cylinder radius square. Capital R square minus small r square. Plus, what is the CSA of lower cylinder? 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3 completed. Next, CSA of lower cylinder, radius 2 pi capital R capital H plus base area of the lower cylinder. Base area is, it's a circle, so pi capital R square. This is how we identify the values. So, simplify the values and substitute the, simplify the formula and substitute the values of cap. You will get the CSA of the, surface area of the resulting solid. And how to find the volume of the cylinder? Volume of the lower cylinder plus volume of the upper cylinder. Volume of the lower cylinder plus volume of the upper cylinder. Next comes, see, if you see this figure, so what did you observe? I will frame the question here. From a cylinder of radius r, base radius r and height h, a cone is carved out. A cone is carved out. Carved out means removed. From a cylinder of radius r and height h, a cone of same radius and same height is carved out. Then find the surface area of the resulting what is remaining here, that area I am going to write. Surface area of resulting solid. CSA of cylinder is there, curved part of the cylinder is there, CSA of cylinder plus base area is there, base area of cylinder. Now from the top circle is removed, because from if you take the ice cream 1 kg pack, if you keep your spoon and if you remove something, the top will be removed and there will be a hole inside it, but the side parts cannot be removed. The same way, the curved surface area of cylinder is not disturbed and base is also not removed. While taking the cone from the top, top area is removed. Now I can place my hand inside. If I place my hand inside, I can feel a curved portion of the cone, because this part is available, only this part is removed. So if I keep my hand inside, CSE of cone is there. So what we have learnt? Finding surface area means wherever surface is there, that surface should be added. I have seen the CSE of cylinder, so I have written. I have seen the base area of cylinder, I have written. As the top area is removed, if I keep my hand inside, I can feel the CSE of cone. So curved surface area of cone should be added. CSE of cone. So what is the CSE of cylinder? 2 pi r h. Plus what is the base area of cylinder? Pi r square. What is the CSE of cone? As the radiuses are same, pi r l square units. Square units. Now, how to find the volume of resulting solid? Volume of resulting solid. See, from the 1 kg of ice cream, if I remove 1 spoon, some of the ice cream is removed or not. So its weight is reduced. So weight and volume are proportional to each other. So 1 kg from 1 kg 1 liter of ice cream, if I remove something, volume is reduced. But here, the same way, from the cylinder 1 cone is removed. That means volume of the cylinder minus volume of the cone. Volume of cylinder minus volume of cone. What is the volume of cylinder? Pi r square h minus what is the volume of cone? 1 by 3 pi r square h, because with the same radius and with the same height, which gives you 2 by 3 pi r square h cubic units. Substitute radius, substitute height. Next comes one more thing. A hemisphere is surmounted on cube. Hemisphere is surmounted on cube. Find the surface area of the resulting solid. In this surface, all the 5 surfaces are visible or not? All the 5 surfaces of the cube are visible. Only top surface is not visible, but in the top surface, these side parts I can observe. These side parts I can observe. So what I do is, surface area of resulting solid. Surface area of resulting solid is, what I do is, I'll consider the total surface area of cube, TSA of cube. That means all the 6 faces I've taken. All 5 faces I can see fully. But from the top face, only this circle part cannot be seen. This circle part cannot be seen. But these edges can be seen, no? So how to find these edges area? From the top surface, if I remove this circle part from the top surface, if I remove this circle part, I can see the shaded part, no? That's why I have taken total surface area. That means all the 6 faces have included. From this, I will subtract this circle area. Area of base of hemisphere plus, if you see that I have removed it, but on the top surface I have placed a hemisphere like this. That means CSE of hemisphere is visible or not? CSA of hemisphere is visible. So that CSA, wherever surface is there, that should be added. So that CSA of hemisphere has to be added. CSA of hemisphere. As you observe, the diameter of hemisphere and the edge of the cube are same. For example, if you consider this edge of the cube as some A, what will be the radius of hemisphere? A by 2, because edge is nothing but diameter of hemisphere. Edge is nothing but diameter of hemisphere. When diameter is A, what will be radius? A by 2. Therefore, TSA of cube 6a square minus area of base is a circle, so pi r square, plus CSA of hemisphere 2 pi r square. Therefore, 6a square 2 pi r square minus pi r square plus pi r square. So 6a square plus pi into, what is radius here? A by 2 square. So 6a square plus pi by 4 a square units. If I take a square common, it gives you 6 plus pi by 4 times of a square units. Now, how to find the volume of this combined solid? Is there anything removed from this thing? Only top is removed. Only top is removed. Nothing is removed from the body of this cube. I'll do one thing. I have a 1 liter water bottle. I'll fill the entire 1 liter bottle. So the amount of water in it is 1 liter. I'll remove the cap now. First I lit the cap. Now I'll remove the cap. Will the volume be changed? No volume will be changed. The same way, if I remove any surface from the top, the volume won't be changed. So volume of this figure is volume of cube plus volume of hemisphere. Volume of cube plus volume of hemisphere. Next, come to the last combined solid. From a solid cylinder, two hemispheres are carved out from the top as well as from the bottom. From the solid cylinder, two hemispheres are carved out from the top as well as from the bottom. Now, how to find the surface area of each? How to find the surface area of this solid? Now, in this cylinder, we have removed a hemisphere from the top as well as from the bottom. That means two hemispheres of same radius are carved out from bottom as well as from the top. Now we need to find the surface area of the remaining solid. If you consider this, two ways we can find the surface area of this solid. The first one is, I can consider the total surface area of cylinder and remove top and bottom, or take only curved surface area and see the remaining solid also. I'll go for the second method. See, as a hemisphere is removed from the top as well as from the bottom, top circle is removed and bottom circle is removed. So from the point of view of cylinder, only curved part is left. So CSA of cylinder, CSA of cylinder. Now, as top is removed and bottom is removed, I can place my hand inside. If I place my hand inside, I can feel a curved surface area of curved part of hemisphere. Therefore, it is CSA of the hemisphere. As the same way, if I keep my hand inside the bottom part of the cylinder, I can feel the curved part of the hemisphere here also. That means two curved parts of hemispheres are present here. That means we need to add them for this area. So 2 times of CSA of hemisphere. The reason is, whenever there is a surface, that surface should be added. CSA of cylinder formula 2 pi RH plus 2 into CSA of each hemisphere, as the radius are same, 2 pi r square. Therefore 2 pi RH plus 4 pi r square. If I take 2 pi r common, h plus 2 r square units. 2 pi r into h plus 2 r square units. Now how to find the volume of it? Volume of resulting solid. From the cylinder they have removed two hemispheres. That means volume of cylinder minus volume of two hemispheres. Volume of cylinder minus volume of two hemispheres. So what is the volume of cylinder? Pi r square h minus volume of two hemispheres means 2 into volume of hemisphere is 2 by 3 pi r cube. Therefore pi r square h minus 4 by 3 pi r cube. I'll take pi r square common. Pi r square into h minus 4 by 3 r cubic units. So these are the combined solids of different kinds that you are going to come across in the mensuration chapter. Now already we have done the surface area, volumes of the individual solids, and now we have done surface area and volume of the combined solids, and we have seen where to use total surface area, where to use curved surface area, and where to use volume. So basing on these concepts, let's do some of the example. See the first example. A Joker's cap is in the form of right circular cone whose base radius is 7 centimeters and height is 24 centimeters. Find the area of sheet required for 10 such caps. Using sheet, they are making a Joker's cap. To make 10 caps, how much area of sheet is required here? Here they are making a Joker's cap. So if you recollect or if you recall, we have identified the area of Joker's cap. Whenever they say, we need to use only curved surface area, because the Joker's cap is in the form of right circular cone. For Joker's cap, there is no base, because at the bottom it is open, then only someone can wear it, otherwise they cannot wear it. So for the Joker's cap, it is open at the bottom. Now first thing is draw the picture. Solution. They have given all the dimensions. Radius of the base is given. Radius of base is 7 centimeters, and height of the base also given. Height of the cone is given. Height of the cone is 24 centimeters. H we can call it as. Now this is given and this is also given. R radius is also given. We need to find slant height, because Joker's cap means we said curved surface area. What is the curved surface area of cone formula? Pi into R into L. R is there already, so we need to find L. There is a relation between L and R and H. L square is equals to R square plus H square. Using this relation, I will substitute the values. L square is equals to R square 7 square, H square 24 square. We all know that 7 square means 49, 24 square means 576. 49 plus 576 gives you 625 centimeter square. So L square is equal to 625. Can I write 625 as 25 square? Yes, we can write. Therefore L square is equals to 25 square. Therefore L is equals to 25 centimeters if you cancel the squares on both sides. I got the slant height now. Now I can find the area of sheet required for one cap. Area of sheet required, REQD means required, for 10 caps is nothing but 10 into cost of one chocolate is 5 rupees. Cost of 5 chocolates means 5 into 5. The same way, area of sheet required for 10 caps means 10 into area of one cap. Area of sheet required for one cap. Therefore 10 into Area of sheet required for one cap is nothing but CSE of cone, because cap is in the shape of right circular cone. For Joker's cap, already we have told that CSE of cone should be used. 10 into pi into r into L. 10 into pi, they did not mention the question. Pi, they did not mention the question. So what to be taken? Here r is nothing but 7, right? So as it is a 7, I will take pi as 22 by 7. L means just now we got 25. 7 and 7 gets cancelled. See, if I use 3.14, I need to multiply with 7. As I have taken 22 by 7 here, 7 and 7 gets cancelled. Now multiplication. 25 into 22, 550. Into 10, 5500. Therefore, 5500 centimeter square of sheet area is required to make 10 such caps. So when individual solid is given, this is how we do it. A Joker's cap is given means if they ask you to find the area, we need to find the curved surface area. We need to find the curved surface area. See the second question. A sphere, cylinder and a cone are of the same radius and same height. Find the ratio of their curved surface areas. So 3 solids are given. So see the order. First sphere is given, next cylinder is given, next cone is given. So don't forget this order. First sphere, then cylinder, then cone. He said that the radius are same. So radius of the sphere, radius of the cylinder and radius of the cone, all these are nothing but r. First thing we need to write is r is equals to radius of sphere, radius of cylinder, radius of cone. Radius of cone. Next he said that heights are also same. So let h be the height of all these three. Height of the sphere, height of sphere, height of cylinder and height of cone. So height of the sphere is nothing but diameter. Height of the sphere is nothing but diameter. So I will write diameter in terms of radius. Diameter is nothing but 2 times of radius. Therefore, height of the sphere is nothing but diameter, which is nothing but 2r. As all the heights are same, each height is nothing but 2r. Now we need to find out ratio of their curved surface areas. That means CSA of sphere is to CSA of cylinder is to CSA of cone. What is the CS of sphere? 4 pi r square. What is the CS of cylinder? 2 pi r h. What is the CS of cone? Pi r l. Pi r l. So here we know radius, we know h, but we don't know the slant height. That slant height we are going to find now. In cone, slant height is related with height and radius. L square is equals to h square plus r square. L square is equals to h square plus r square. So what is h here? H is nothing but 2r. Therefore 2r whole square plus r square. L square is equals to 2r whole square is nothing but 2r into 2r, which is 4r square. 4r square plus r square, 5r square. Therefore L is equals to under root 5r square, which is root 5r. Now we have radius and we have height. Substitute all the values. 4 pi r square is to 2 pi r into height is nothing but 2r is to pi r into what is L, root 5 r, which is nothing but 4 pi r square is to 2 pi r into 2r, this is also 4 pi r square is to root 5 pi r square. See, in each and every term pi r square is there. Shall I cancel pi r square? Pi r square, pi r square, pi r square. Therefore, the ratio is 4 is to 4 is to root 5. When a sphere, cylinder and cone are given and their radius and heights are same, then the ratio of their curved surface areas are 4 is to 4 is to root 5. This is how we find this, we find the solution of these questions.